Okay, so this video, the second in our series, is about how to create a Digication account. More properly stated, it's about how to create a Digication work. You should already have a Digication account. You may not know it, but if you're an art major in any degree plan, you have automatic access to Digication, an e-portfolio platform that is a kind of starter pack for how to professionally share and disseminate your artwork. You should be using this to document the work in all of your classes. One of the things that many art students don't realize is that artists save images of their work, all of their work, no matter how insignificant it might seem. Documenting your art is a basic of professional practice. Digication is a great way of organizing yourself, the images that you create, and sharing them with the public. A huge part of being an artist is your public outreach. There's really no point in creating work if you're not going to share it with others. So Digication is a great first step. In addition to it being free, you get to keep it for your whole life. Now, one of the most important things for you to understand, and I need you to look at your screen and pay very close attention, both with eyes and ears. One of the most important things is that you should only have one Digication work, or page, as I like to call it. Think of this in the same way that you think of your Instagram account. You have one Instagram account. All of your photos, no matter what part of your life they represent, are underneath your single Instagram page. So all students should only create one Digication page, or as Digication calls it, one Digication work. Within that work or page, you can have multiple portfolios that document your images from the varieties of classes that you will take over the course of your studies. So again, you should only have one main Digication page or work, and within that you have multiple portfolios. Students who create more than one Digication page or work will have those deleted. Every student should just have one. So once you've logged in to Digication, and again, just for your reference, you can find Digication by typing in UNG Digication in Google, searching it, clicking on the first hit that you see, which should have the University of North Georgia and Digication. Scroll down. You can see there's a video on setting up Digication, there's a student guide, and then there's a link. Now, I'm already logged in. If you're not logged in, you use the same username and password that you would use to log into your email account, to log into Banner, or to log into D2L. Once you're at this home page, you're only going to create one work, or you're only going to click on this particular button one time from now until the end of your studies at the University of North Georgia. So click on it. You can title it however you want. Your name is probably your best bet. Go ahead and click on your permission settings. But we'll have to do that later. scroll down until you find the DOVA template. Now you can see that there's a lot of students who have created their own templates. You're not supposed to do that. I don't know why they did it. I'm going to have to go back and get rid of these. So you click on the DOVA template, not the blank, not the create from scratch, not any of these names, just the DOVA template. Once you've clicked on it, hit create. And that's the only time you will need to do this. It takes a few minutes for it to create your page, your work. And there you are. Once here, you can begin editing. Click on this lock to make edits. Click on the pencil. And then you can type in your name. And if you want, you can type in your email address. Now, there's a lot of ways that you can customize the header section as well as the body section. But for now, we're going to leave it as is. If you look at this top navigation bar, you'll notice there's welcome, a bio, an artist statement, a place for your resume, and a drop-down menu called the DOVA Portfolios. You'll notice underneath it, there's a portfolio review portfolio, a place for your senior review, a place for your capstone exhibition, and a place for community engagement. If you want to remove any of these from your top nav bar, make sure you click the lock. Click the pencil to edit. And you can see here your page settings. If you want to get rid of something like the bio or the welcome, you can simply click on the little trash can. The most important one for you to keep is your DOVA portfolios. Don't get rid of that. Let's say you wanted to create a portfolio for all of your classes. You can click Add a New Page and type in My Courses or Courses or Classes or Classwork. Whatever name you want to create to designate the work that you do in each one of your classes in the Department of Visual Arts is fine. Then click Save. If you've deleted anything, you'll need to confirm the delete here. And now you can see that all you have in this top nav bar is classwork and DOVA portfolios. If you want to reorder, click the lock, click the pencil, and you can simply drag and drop. And there you can see they've switched places. Now, the most important thing for this particular video is creating your Foundation's Portfolio Review portfolio. Here it's called the DOVA Portfolio Review Portfolio. Click on the pencil, add a new page. Now recall from our last video that we have a portfolio for Drawing 1, a portfolio for 2D design and color, and a portfolio for 3D design. So add a new page, Drawing 1. Add a new page, 3D design. Add a new page, 2D design and color theory. Now here's a little trick. If we want these underneath our portfolio review portfolio, we'll simply drag and pull to the left or right, that's going to nest it underneath your portfolio review tab. So pull up, line it up under drawing 1, pull up, line it up under 3D design. Don't pull it too far to the right, otherwise it'll nest it under 3D design instead of under the portfolio review portfolio. If you want to switch places like I do right now, you can do that. Just drag and drop and then click save. Now you'll notice if we go to Dova Portfolios, Portfolio Review, and hover over that link, you can see Drawing 1, 2D Design, and Color Theory. Now, the one thing you don't want to do is have a bunch of scattered portfolios. Organization is very important, both as an artist professionally, but especially for this review. If faculty have to search around for your portfolios, there's the chance they might miss it. If they don't see a portfolio, you will fail the review. So it's very important to keep everything as organized as you possibly can in one place. That's why we've created the Dova Portfolio heading. So if you just follow the methodology that I've demonstrated, faculty will have no problem in finding your portfolios for the portfolio review. Obviously, in the future, you want to make sure that you're creating portfolios for all of your classes. So let's create another portfolio for Drawing 1. Create another portfolio for, say, Painting 1. Create another portfolio for Computer Graphics. You can do this before you've even taken the class, preparing yourself for a future documentation. Now these we want to put under classwork. So again, as previously, we drag it underneath the main heading and to the right. Underneath the main heading and to the right. Underneath the main heading. And click Save. So there you can see I'm prepared for a future documentation session as I take these classes. So let's go ahead and create some work for these portfolios. So you go to the portfolio that you want to add your work to for the review, and you'll see that you have Add Content. Click on it. Next, Upload File. Come to where you've saved your work and simply drag and drop. Upload. And you can see that the work has been uploaded. Now at this point, you can create a title banner for your work, which is a requirement for the portfolio review. So click on the pencil to edit, and you'll notice you get this little screen hovering over the image. Click Edit Caption. I've saved my files with the names, titles, dates, dimensions, and medium. So all I have to do is cut and paste. The title should be organized this way. Title, in quotations, with a comma, the student's name, the date, the medium, and the dimensions. Make sure you get rid of the file type. So here you can see we've got the image, and we've got the title. Now let's add another work to our drawing portfolio. Click the plus sign. Click Upload File. Drag and drop. Upload. And there's the next image. Get ready to title it. Click the pencil, edit caption, and cut and paste. Make sure your title is properly structured. With the title of the work, your name, the date, the medium, interestingly enough, the viewer is able to click on a full screen mode and see the work separated from the portfolio. Let's go to 2D design now. One note before I move on, you should have 3 to 4 works from drawing 1. So we need to add one more. All right, so that's a good looking drawing 1 portfolio. Now let's go to 2D design and color. And you'll just simply repeat the process. I'm not going to title these, just so we can move on. Actually, I am going to show you an alternative way of titling. So instead of having the title, let's go back and look. So instead of having the title overlapping the image, which some people can find somewhat unattractive, we can create a title below by clicking the plus sign, and instead of clicking File, clicking Rich Text. Same title format as before. So here you can see that the title is underneath instead of on top of the image. Add another work. And then add another rich text. Let's talk about professionalism in images. One of the things that you'll note here is that the student has not done a good job at cropping the image. You can see the bow in the page. Furthermore, there's a shadow on one side of the image. You can see it's lighter here and darker over here. This would be an example of a pretty good job of documentation. Although I do see a little bit of the edge of the page on the top right and bottom left. Let's look at the drawings. There's nothing worse than having documentation but not good documentation. So you can see here with this drawing that it's got a good color balance. It's not too gray or yellow or blue, and we don't see any of the edges of the page or shadows. So make sure that the images you add to your portfolio are professionally documented. All right, okay. One last note. When it comes to 3D design work, generally you're going to have a photograph of your object from more than one perspective. This way the viewer gets more of a full understanding of what the piece looks like from various points of view. So to deal with multiple images of one object, we create a slider gallery. So you'll go to your 3D design portfolio, you'll click Add Content, you'll click Upload File, upload your first point of view, click Upload, and then you can click the pencil associated with that image, add more items, upload file, and then pull in your alternative point of view. And you'll see that once that's uploaded, we've created a slider gallery that the viewer can peruse so that they can see the different points of view. Again, we can go ahead and create a title card underneath. And with the dimensions of an object that is three-dimensional, you want the dimensions in height, by width, by depth. So you should have 3 dimensions on sculptural items. And then of course you would add a second 3D design image. Add another item. Add a title card. Now, this is the most important step. Once all of your work has been uploaded, go to the settings, click on View Recommended Settings, and make sure that you click from private to either private within the University of North Georgia or public. Again, you must follow this step, otherwise no one will be able to access your work. So I'm going to cancel and go from the top, So click on share, view recommended settings, and change it to either private within the University of North Georgia or make it public, and then click save. Publish this page, and that will publish all of the various changes that you've made. I like to occasionally click on share and publish this page. You can also click on this drop down and click publish this page or publish pages, and you'll get this. Now notice that a lot is still in draft mode. So again, as a final step, go to share, change it to public or private within the University of North Georgia, click save, click share, click on the drop down menu and click publish these pages. Make sure that they're all green. Otherwise, people will not be able to find your portfolio. So again, this is a very, very, very important step. Now, one of the neat features, I believe, that we can utilize is view the published version. And I do want you to note that you can share your page on Twitter or X, Facebook, LinkedIn, Pinterest. But if we view the published page, you'll see it without any of the editing tools. So let's look at the full thing. Drawing 1, we've got our images and the titles. The images are good, they're professionally documented. 2D design color theory. So 3 to 4 images for drawing 1, 2 to 3 images for 2D design, and 2 to 3 images from 3D design. You can go back to edit if you see anything that needs to be corrected. Again, always make sure that you publish the pages, that they're all green, and that your work is viewable by anybody who searches it. I cannot stress enough the importance of doing that. So that is how you create a Digication Works. You should only do it one time. If we go back to home, you should only see one portfolio underneath your name. You can see that I have several. This is just a portfolio for training purposes. Only create one work. All of the classwork, all of the portfolio reviews, your BFA submission, everything should be on that single Digication Works. Build your portfolio. Customize it however you want. There's plenty of tutorials online to teach you how to make your portfolio very slick. So for instance, if we go to ePortfolios and we search, we can see that people are able to highly customize their work. Here you can see foundation courses. This person's even added an additional portfolio, which is not necessary. There's drawing, 2D design and color, .3D design, good photographs, well titled. All right, well, if you have any questions, let me know. There'll be one more video on how to submit the form so that you are reviewed.